Hey guys, so this is week 4 of distance learning for math. So we are going to be converting customary and metric units for mass, weight, and volume. Okay. So the first slide, I'm going to do this one with you because it's a little different and not something you've really seen before. So these are just all the different benchmarks, and what we're going to do together is pair them up to see how you would measure each one. Okay, now each one can be a little bit different, so these are the things that I would measure them in. First of all, you have to think of ounces are two different ways. You can have fluid ounces, so liquid, or just weight. Then you have pounds, which remember is LB, quarts, and gallons. Okay, so first off, soup. Would you measure that in gallons? No. You would measure it either in, you could measure it in ounces, okay? But think of it in like a can that's a little bit bigger. I would probably say it's easier to measure in quarts because a dose of cough syrup. Do you drink a ton of cough syrup? Hopefully not. That would be fluid ounces, just a little bit. Gas. Okay, you think of when you go fill up a car, you pay for it by the gallon. So we're going to put that as a gallon. Okay, and then a monkey. Would you weigh it in pounds or ounces? Which is bigger? Pound is bigger, and which is bigger over here, a monkey or a grape? Okay, monkey is definitely bigger. We'd weigh that in pounds, and a grape in ounces for weight. This is just to get your mind around, okay, not saying soup is worth a quart or is for sure always a quart. This is about the easiest way to measure it in. Okay, so that part is done for you. So you should get that all correct on your slides when you start them. Okay, this one. So we are looking at metric and customary. There's both of them on the star chart. So if we had to do, so if we were given, okay, it says 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. Okay, so if we had 2 tons, that means we would have 4,000 pounds. Okay, so those are a little bit easier because you just have to multiply by 2, and there's a 2 in there. So let's look at pounds. 1 pound is 16 ounces. So I'm going to say, so 1 pound, that's a 1, equals 16 ounces. Okay, so if I have 3 pounds, okay, how many ounces do I have? You do this 2 ways. You can say, okay, if 1 equals 16, 3, we just have to multiply 3 and 16. So you can do 16 times 3. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So 48 ounces is 3 pounds. The other way, you could say, okay, pretend like these are blocks and they each have, or they each equal 1 pound. Well, there's 16 ounces here. That means this would be 16 ounces, and this would be 16 ounces. So you'd add up 3 of them to get 48 ounces, which is the same thing as multiplying by 3. Okay, I'm going to delete all this. I know there's a quicker way, but I forgot how to do it. So let's look at another one. I'm just going to delete it actually. Okay, which one right here? So let's say 1 cup to 8 fluid ounces. Okay, so I'm going to get the paint back up here. So 1 cup, that's 1 cup, equals 8 ounces. So let's say we have 64 ounces. How many cups would I have? Okay, you can do this 2 ways. You can say, okay, 1 cup is 8 ounces. how many 8s would it take to get to 64? Or you can say, okay, this times 8 equals 64. So blank times 8 equals 64. You can also know, okay, when I do multiplication, I can switch it around and I can make it division. So I could also say 64. So remember, multiplication ends with a higher number, division starts with a higher number. Divided by 8. I'm going to give you guys a second. Think about 8 times what equals 64? Okay, it is 8. 8 times 8 is 64. So that means 8 cups equals 64 ounces. So remember, if we had 8 of those blocks of 8 ounces, that'd be 8 cups. Very good. Okay. So same thing with this. 1 kilogram, 1,000 grams. So if I have 2 kilograms, I have 2,000 grams. Okay, we go from the smaller to the bigger, we're multiplying. If we go from smaller or bigger to smaller, we're dividing. Okay, so match the conversions. So 4 kilograms is equal to how much? Well, I look down here and say, okay, kilograms equals 1,000 grams. Okay, so if I have 4 of them, 4 times 1,000 equals 4,000. So you take it and bring it right over here. Okay, so you either have to multiply it or divide. This is a bigger number. This is milligrams. Or milliliters, sorry, not milligrams. That would be mg. This is ml, milliliters. This is a bigger number, so we're probably going to have to divide. All the rest we're going to be probably multiplying. Okay. This one, this is like a riddle. So which container matches all the clues? So you have to use the clues at the bottom and the words. Okay, so you need to find which container. Just circle it or write on the slide, do a text box, cross out the other ones, whatever you need to. The measurement task next. This is the actual grade part. This is what I want you to focus on the most. This is click for the star chart. Okay, this was in the lesson plan and it is also in this part. Okay, you can just click on it or you can look back in the other slide. Okay, pints to cups. Okay, if I know there's 1 pint and for every pint there's 2 cups. Okay, so that's 1 times 2. So you're multiplying by 2 every time. So 4 times 2 would be what? Don't forget to fix those on the side as well. Use your star chart to help you fix all those. Remember, I am on Zoom from 1 to 2, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay, those are open Zooms. You can come on whenever. You can find them in Google Slide, the one we put at the top of every week in Google Classroom. Okay, use the Zooms. It's in the last slide on the slideshow. If you need anything, let me know. Miss you guys.